Blind Man's Bluff by Ananarai. The following is something I made up, but by reading this, you've made it real. It is best to prepare beforehand, so that way everything can be on time. Timing is very important in this game. You'll need a dark room with or without windows. Windows if you want safety. If you have windows, there must be curtains or sheets on them. No light can be seen. There may be furniture in this room, but not much. The floor should be clean. I don't recommend having anything hanging on the walls. They might fall down depending on how the game goes. There should be some sort of seating arrangement for at least 3 people, or no more than 5 people. This includes a circle of chairs or a couch/love seat. I recommend the chairs if you do not wish to share a seat. The room is ready. I recommend memorizing the way to your seat. You'll not want to bump into anything on your way there. I also recommend having your game room on the same floor as your bedroom. Go to bed at 8 that night. You'll want to sleep. It is imperative that you sleep for a duration of time, no matter how short. Leave your room at 11:50. Put a blindfold on before you leave. Walk to your seat. Do not be alarmed. Nobody will block you. Sit in your chair. When you feel that 10 minutes have passed, you will know because you'll felt like it was 20 minutes, invite them in. If it happens, then you will not want to go through with the game. Then go back to your bed without taking off your blindfold. If you wait longer than 10 minutes, they'll be offended and enter anyway. Do not let them enter on their own accord. If you take off your blindfold, it is a signal of fear. They will like your fear. You do not want them to like your fear. If it happens that you want to play, say calmly but firmly, "Come in and be obedient." They will come in. They are your guests. They are yours to entertain, so be polite. Be mindful of your manners and do not remove your blindfold. You do not want to see them. Be very specific of what you want them to do. They will do exactly what you do and do not tell them to do. Before anything else, tell them your rules. You are their host and they will not disobey you. Be specific. Tell them how you expect them to act. Tell them if they are or are not allowed to touch you. Tell them what they can or cannot touch in the room. Tell them where they can go. They are like children. Instruct them with precision. You may tell them to sit. They will sit. You will know when they are seated. You may ask them questions. They may lie to you. You will not know when they are lying. You may ask them to knock on the walls. They will knock. You will hear them knocking, as will anyone else in the house. The other person may wake up from the knocking. If she or he does, pray that whatever pain comes to you will be swift. You may ask them for your future. They will not know. They will not tell you. You may do anything, but you must not cross their lines. You will know when you have crossed their lines. If you wish to ask them something, you will feel even the slightest hint of something wrong. Do not ask it, and do not mention it. The moment you cross their lines, you are dead. Remember to never take off your blindfold. They will ask you. They will beg you. They will try to force you with the sweetest tongues and the harshest tones. No matter what, do not take off your blindfold. And above all, do not be harsh with them. You are their host. They are your guests. You must never be unkindly to them. They will see it as a threat and take care of you as seen fit. When you are done with them, tell them to leave and not return unless you invite them to do so. Tell them that you enjoyed their time. They love your flattery. You will know when they are gone. Do not take off your blindfold. When they are gone, walk back to your room and go to bed. Do not take off your blindfold. Sleep. You will dream of nothing bad. You may take off your blindfold when you wake, so long as it is daylight. For the rest of your life, they will follow you, but they will never be in plain sight, and they will never be there when you look at them. They will always want another chance to meet you. Do not exceed 3 meetings. After the 3rd meeting, they may invite you. You cannot decline their invitation. Dark Reflection Ritual by Bishop Storm. Here's what you'll need to do this ritual. A mirror of any type. A candle of any size or color. Friends to do it with. Optional but highly suggested. I should probably warn you, once you begin this ritual, there is no way to stop it. What I'm saying is, don't start it unless you are planning to finish it. Have you ever broken a mirror by accident or on purpose? Have you ever looked into a mirror and felt like there was something watching you from the other side, or seen something sinister lurking within the eyes of your own reflection? You've probably heard the legend that breaking a mirror is 7 years of bad luck. Legends about mirrors have been around for hundreds of years. In particular, some ancient civilizations believed that there was a sort of purifying effect to mirrors. They believed that by looking in one's reflection, right in the eyes, it would transfer a person's negative energy into the reflection in the mirror. They believed that this had a cleansing effect, but also hidden dangers. That's why breaking a mirror has been known to cause bad luck. Think about it. If it's true, then every time you look into a mirror, you are transferring negative energy into it. Can you imagine just how much negative energy is just sitting there inside your bathroom mirror? When you break the mirror, that negative energy is released and causes bad luck for everyone around it. For this ritual to work, you will need a mirror that you don't mind breaking. According to the manifesto, both the risk and the eventual reward for this ritual are stronger depending on how old the mirror is. It makes sense if you think about it. An older mirror has been looked into more, and therefore has more negative energy inside of it. In order to begin the ritual, you must look your reflection in the eyes, transferring your negative energy into the mirror one last time. You only need to do this for a few seconds. Then, you need to lean forward and breathe onto the mirror, making it fog up with your breath. My resources refer to this as anointing the mirror with your breath. At first, you might find this strange, but do a little digging, and I think you'll find the word breath once meant something similar to spirit. By breathing on the mirror, you are symbolically linking yourself to the mirror and to the negative energy contained inside. This linking is critical to the success of the ritual. Everyone in the group needs to do this step as well before moving on to the next one. After this is completed, you can light the candle. Use the candle to burn the mirror. This agitates the negative energy inside. You only need to do this for a few seconds, or until there is a noticeable black mark on the mirror. Note that the longer you do this for, the more agitated the negative energy will become. After this, the final step is breaking the mirror. Once this step is done, I suggest you start running. You see, it's actually a common misconception that when a person breaks a mirror, they will be followed by bad luck. This is not true. When a mirror is broken, the bad energy stays in one spot, near the broken mirror, until it eventually dissipates, or at least, normally does. If you completed the above steps, then you have tied yourself to the negative energies through the medium of your breath. This means that the negative energy will pursue you wherever you go. This is why I said earlier that it would be best to complete this ritual with a group. If there is only one person doing this ritual, then all the negative energy will pursue that one person. But if there is a group, then the negative energy will be spread more thinly. This increases your odds at survival. Bad luck will follow you throughout the night, At first it will start out as small incidents, a chipped nail or a flat tire. The incidents will begin to escalate, though, as increasingly horrific things begin to happen around you. Eventually, these incidents will become life-threatening, no matter how many people you did the ritual with. Like I said, don't start this ritual unless you're planning to finish it. The only piece of advice I can give you for surviving the night is to remember that the negative energy is linked to you through your breath. Your breath is how the negative energy detects you, and so, if you find yourself in a bad situation, try holding your breath. This should make you temporarily invisible to it. Of course, you can only hold your breath for so long. Still, this technique might provide you with a few extra seconds to get out of a dangerous situation. At this point, you're probably asking yourself, why on earth would anyone ever engage in this ritual? Why would anyone ever risk their life like this? Well, most people who try this probably didn't think that it would actually work, but there is a reason beyond that. The bad luck will chase you throughout the night, but if you manage to survive until dawn, not only will you find that your run of foul luck has ended, but that a new streak of good luck is about to begin. The first lights of dawn have a special purifying property. If you survive until the morning, then the negative energy inside your mirror will be purified and will re-enter your body, filling you to the brim with positive energy. After this, everything will seem to go your way. You'll find that people are generally nicer to you, and that the opposite sex are extremely attracted to you, or the same sex if that's your thing. You'll succeed at everything you do, whether it be a job interview, an important exam, or a business venture. I would highly suggest buying a lottery ticket. It should be noted that the amount and duration of your good luck will be equivalent to the amount of negative energy that was in the mirror. If you just bought the mirror at the store, then the good luck will only last a couple of days and will not be all that severe. If you use an old mirror, though, then your luck streak will be far more powerful, and it may last for months or even years. If you had an old enough mirror. If you use a mirror that has a more personal connection to you, such as a bathroom mirror or a mirror from your bedroom, then the good fortune you experience will be more suited to your particular tastes and desires. One more thing I should probably warn you about is the timing of the ritual. The ritual needs to be started after sunset, and with at least 6 hours until dawn. Two common tricks that people try to use in regards to this ritual are starting during the daytime and starting a few minutes before dawn. Starting near dawn is probably the least dangerous of these little cheats. If you start near the dawn, then the negative energy will not have enough time to fully manifest before being purified. The energy will then simply dissipate into the air, rather than doing anything, and you'll probably walk away thinking that it's all a gigantic hoax. Starting during the day is more dangerous. People start during the day thinking that the daylight will instantly nuke the bad energy and keep them safe. This is not true. Notice that I said it was the light of dawn that had the purifying power, not the light of day. By starting during the day, you actually give the bad luck more time to pursue you and thus decrease your odds at survival significantly. You know, a lot of people might call you stupid or crazy for trying to attempt this ritual. I wouldn't, though. I can understand the thinking that goes into it. I can understand wanting to take control of your luck, both good and bad, rather than accepting the seemingly random twists and turns that life seems to throw at us. Night Mother. In Charlotte, North Carolina, there is a diner. The sign on the door says it is closed, but the door will be unlocked. You can walk inside if you like, but know that if you do, you cannot leave until your task is complete. Inside, it will be too dark to distinguish any details in the room, regardless of time. Walk forward, Do not turn left or right. The distance you walk varies, but is always longer than the building will physically allow. Eventually you will reach a stairway. You'll know this because a dim light will shine at the bottom of the stairwell. Before you descend, speak these words. I've come to make a deal with the Night Mother. You will hear a sinister growl in reply. You are now free to descend the stairs. Should the light from the stairs ever cease to shine, you can try running. The Night Mother's children love a bit of exercise before a feast. Should the light not go out, however, when you reach the bottom of the stairwell, call the Night Mother. Then you will black out. You will wake up in a small, dark room illuminated by a single hanging light bulb. Stand up. You will notice there is a wooden chair and table. Sit in the chair. On the other side is the Night Mother. She will not speak. Tell the Night Mother what you desire most in the world. Be sure it is something you cannot obtain, because the Night Mother asks a hefty price for the wishes she grants. Once you have told the Night Mother your wish, she will stretch out her hand. It will be nothing but bone with rotten flesh loosely hanging off of it. Her fingers will dig into your skull, and your mind will be filled with images of dismembered corpses, deformed animals, and aborted fetuses, among other gruesome things. Whatever you see, do not open your eyes. Eventually the images will stop and the pain will fade, and you will fall into a deep slumber. When you awaken, you will be in front of the diner. You are free to go. When you reach the place that you call home, what you wish for will come into your possession. Now, every night when you sleep, you will dream of the dimly lit room in which your wish was granted, and you must sit down in the chair provided. The Night Mother will give you a picture of someone. The following day, you will see this person, and you must kill them and consume their flesh. Be sure what you wished for was worth it, because you are the Night Mother's slave until the day you die. The Midnight Game. The Midnight Game is an old pagan ritual, used mainly as punishment for those who have broken the laws of the pagan religion in question. While it was mainly used as a scare tactic to not disobey the gods, there is still a very existent chance of death to those who play the Midnight Game. There is an even higher chance of permanent mental scarring. It is highly recommended that you do not play the Midnight Game. However, for those few thrill-seekers searching for a rush, or for those delving into obscure occult rituals, these are simple instructions on how to play. Do so at your own risk. Prerequisites. It must be exactly 12 a.m. when you begin performing the ritual. Otherwise, it will not work. Materials. You will need a candle, a piece of paper, a writing implement, matches or a lighter, salt, a wooden door, and at least one drop of your own blood. If you are playing with multiple people, they will need their own of the aforementioned materials, and you will have to perform the steps below accordingly. Step 1. Write your full name, first, middle, and last, on a piece of paper. Put at least one drop of blood on the paper. Allow it to soak into the paper. Step 2. Turn off all of the lights in this place you are doing this. Go to your wooden door and place the paper with your name on it in front of the door. Now, take out the candle and light it. Place it on top of the paper. Step 3. Knock on the door 22 times. The hour must be 12 a.m. upon the final knock. Then open the door, blow out the candle, and close the door. You have just allowed the Midnight Man to enter your house. Step 4. Immediately relight your candle. This is where the game begins. You must now look around your now completely dark house with the lit candle in your hand. Your goal is to avoid the Midnight Man at all costs until 3:33 a.m. Should your candle ever go out, that means the Midnight Man is near you. You must relight your candle in the next 10 seconds. If you are not successful in doing this, you must then immediately surround yourself with a circle of salt. If you are unsuccessful in both of your actions, the Midnight Man will create a hallucination of your greatest fear and rip out your organs one by one. You will feel it, but you will be unable to react. If you are successful in creating a circle of salt, you must remain in it until 3:33 a.m. If you are successful in relighting your candle, you may proceed with the game. You must continue until 3:33 a.m. without being attacked by the Midnight Man or being trapped inside the circle of salt to win the midnight game. The Midnight Man will then leave your house at 3:33 a.m. and you will be safe to proceed with your morning. Addition. Indications that you are near the Midnight Man will include a sudden drop in temperature, seeing a pure black humanoid figure through the darkness, and hearing very soft whispering coming from an indescribable source. If you experience any of these, it is advised that you leave the area to avoid the Midnight Man. Do not turn on any of the lights during the midnight game. Do not use a flashlight during the midnight game. Do not go to sleep during the midnight game. Do not attempt to use another person's blood on your name. Do not use a lighter as a substitute for a candle. It will not work. And definitely do not attempt to provoke the Midnight Man in any way. Even when the game is over, he will always be watching you. Good luck. You're going to need it.